So BTC gave us exactly what we wanted last week. We blew through that fun line. We had a green weekend. It wasn't as green as me and Run were hoping, but they did give us some green. Even Saturday night, they gave us a bit of a pump. And now we're looking at a little bit of a pullback. We saw BTC rejecting at quite a big area. A lot of these alts pumped. Now they're rejecting. Some of the guys are going so bearish. Sheldon's calling Sol at 65. Run's got a red tile. Everyone's looking so bearish. We're going to find out how bearish we need to be. We're going to look at some of those levels. Then I've got the big dog in the back again. We're talking some smaller caps. We're talking some very interesting tokens as well. We've got Manta, Sui, Next, Sol, Ponke, Myro, Bonk, CFX, and tons more. It's going to be fun. Let's get right into this. Right. Okay. So I've lost my entry screen, but here we are. Okay. Here's Banter Bubbles cooking here. CFX, big performer. We've been talking about this one last week. This has been, it's been a Chinese New Year play for us for a while. They've got some news coming out, all these sorts of things. So 7% up today. IOTA's green, 2%. Sui showing a lot of strength. And, Manta, Audi, Pulse X and Pulse, they're always featuring here on these Banter Bubbles. And at some point we'll talk about it. We're just not ready yet. So let's just see quickly where we are on the current BTC situation and try and decipher what's actually happening here and why is everyone turning so bearish? Like, do we need to be? So here's our current 4-hour BTC setup that we've been watching. And just to recap where we were last week, we blew through that fun line. And Run was having a lot of fun on Friday, as you can see. We blew through the fun line while Run was having so much fun, chowing his gummies and eating pretzels and doing whatever he was doing there to us here. And right now, obvious area of rejection. It was the 50-day MA for BTC plus horizontals. We called that area. We knew it was going to be a problem zone. So that was this 42,700. That's our big resistance area. And again, when we bump into these resistance zones, it's perfectly acceptable to pull back and look for some supports and then potentially bounce again. So what are we watching today? I'm looking 41,300. That is my first area of interest. So I'd like to see BTC bounce on the zone here. Don't really want to lose that. If we do, we know we've got Big Daddy here a little bit lower down. Nice little horizontal here. Thick cluster here. 618, 100-day moving average. 40,200. So these are my big levels that I'm watching today. So if things turn really dirty, 40,200. And look, I don't really want to talk about this area just yet. I don't think it's necessary at the moment. Maybe some action, when the rates come out this week on Wednesday, Thursday, maybe there'll be something going on there, but potentially quiet until we get to that area. So right now today, bulls, what do you want to see? Very simple move. We want to blow the 50-day MA. We want to blow the horizontal. We want to find support, and then we want to send it up to our next target at 44,000. If we're pulling back, these are your numbers that you need to watch today. 41,200, 40,200. Those are the big areas. And speaking of big areas, here's a legend stepping onto the plate. I like your new headgear. It looks pretty solid. There's no hat today,
though. No hat today. Actually, it's funny because I had these Sennheiser headphones before, but I've had them for so long the pleather was falling off them, so people were making fun of me on my stream, saying that I was saving money for headphones to buy to buy Bitcoin instead.
Let's find quality. So really good to have you back. I've been looking forward to this for ages. We always get stuck into these degen type plays as well with you. So it's always fun. And I've run a poll here in the chats right now for everybody. So guys, in the chats, please go to the chat poll. I've said here, do you want regular degen meme content? So please let me know. You want a little 5-minute segment every day? Do we do one big meme show every 2 weeks? Or do you just like Doge? Basically, just let me know. I want to get a feel for what you guys like. So jump there in the chats, hit this poll here for me, and tell me what's what. Maybe we can also get Kyle involved to some of this. So, okay, today we got so much to talk about, and we got a couple of meme coins as well on the Sol ecosystem. We've also got Sol looking a little bit bullish with this dupe airdrop. Hopefully, Kyle can elaborate a little bit for us. Then we're talking about something called When as well. And then we've got a meme section, and it's brought to you by Ponke. So for those of you that don't know what Ponke is another meme coin, potentially, well, not potentially a monkey. I think Ponke is a monkey. So let's just pull this little picture up here. So here's Ponke. So Ponke is bringing us our degen meme section today. So we're going to go through some of those later on. Kyle, what shall we get stuck into first here?
Well, then let's talk about Bitcoin first, because I think it's important. Mostly the fact that I'm going to bet against Rand and Sheldon on this one, because we saw a pretty I wouldn't say insignificant, but we did just get the numbers over that. We saw what Grayscale sent over, and it was, I forget the number, but it was like 8,000 Bitcoin, something like that. So 8,500, so significantly less than before. They're not done, but the market seems to be responding favorably here, right? You saw, like, if you look at the hour chart, you see a lot of anxiety coming into the opening of the US market.
Yeah. And
now you see a nice green candle recovering. So I think it's important to set up the week to understand, how the rest of this week plays out. We had a nice strong weekly close, and right now we're having it looks like some confidence restored in the market. So
yeah,
so that,
I mean,
that's
I don't want to
good
be
for all
too
altcoins.
bearish. Yeah, so we know there's the war situation. We know there's a lot of drama. We had this Evergrande situation in China, but these guys have pumped liquidity into the markets. The Grayscale stuff, they've stopped selling. I don't want to turn into a bear unnecessarily. I'm just watching these nice little support areas, and we got to let things play out. And after a massive move, like we had last week, Thursday, Friday, after a move like that, I mean, we can't be perma up. It's like a little retracement. We had a 6% BTC move. That's like quite significant. And the alts followed. Some of them 10, 15%, some of them even more. So yeah, I mean, a little pullback here for me makes perfect sense, but not a bearish one. I don't want to send Sol to 60, really. I don't want to have to go work at McDonald's. Fuck. I like it here in front of my PC, trading these charts. It's much more fun. So let's talk about this Manta. I see Kyle's has disappeared. Maybe he's logged off. Maybe he doesn't like bears on BTC. But when he gets back on, we'll bring him up. So look, I wanted to talk to him about Manta, but luckily I can talk to you about Manta without Kyle here. So here we are. Manta was a nice little long that we got into last week. We had a little play there on Manta, and right now this is Manta on the 4 hour. We are looking for something interesting here, and you can see we've had a little trend break here sorry, this is the 1 hour. So we've had a little trend break here for Manta on the 1 hour, and potential little retest in play. What I'm watching right now, there's Kyle. He's back. Welcome back.
Hey. You got a one-tab extension, and it just closed all my windows.
I thought you didn't like bears. I thought that's why you left.
I hate bears.
Wait, I've got this guy. This is the best. This is the bear hater. This guy.
You bearish idiots are out in force today. You dumb fucks. Not going to make it. Bullish.
Other than you. I mean, you're quite bullish too.
Very bullish.
Okay, so here we are.
Manta. Is this Manta?
Yeah. Okay, tell me the story behind Manta. Summarized version. What's the deal here?
Well, I think that Manta is interesting. The fact that it's the first native yield layer 2 on Ethereum using. It's really interesting to go show you kind of like the composite of the modularity of different blockchains now. So you have the data availability, which is saving them about 99% on gas fees, not using Ethereum for data availability. So very, very cheap gas fees. So Celestia, you have native yield, and native yield is a big deal for protocols that have a lot of TVL. Think about protocols that just have money sitting there. So I think native yield is maybe less interesting for retail. Like if I've got $1,000 sitting in my wallet, and it just sits there all year, I'm earning 5% on it. Who cares, right? Like, it's for us in crypto, that's nothing. But I think for big protocols that have, hundreds of millions or billions of dollars and even millions of dollars in TVL, that 5%, like if it's just sitting there and it's earning 5% on that, then that's very substantial. So, think about big protocols that have $1 billion in TVL, that could be earning $50 million a year, just having that TVL sitting there. So I think that's really important. So it's cheap, fast, Ethereum layer 2, and Blast was the first one to come out and announce it, that they were doing, but Manta has mainnet and Blast doesn't even have testnet yet. So I think that Manta is going to continue to, and it has the Celestia narrative, it has the modularity narrative. There's a lot of really good aspects to it. I think it's gonna pull Celestia. I think it's gonna keep running, for a while. The thing I have, the concern I have, and it has no major unlocks for a while. So all the right ingredients for something to pump coming into a bull market.
Pumpermentals, guys. Pumpermentals. I mean, we had a taste of it. Let's just get this chart up here. We had a taste of it this weekend. I mean, it moved nicely. I mean, we're working with our chart here because we don't have much information. But we caught this break. This was on Friday. We caught this break here. And a nice little big move, a little taste of what's in store for us here on Manta. They gave us 26%. Okay. And, is this move number 2? We've just had a trend break. And, if you guys are looking for entries, you're looking for areas of interest here, this is your first zone. This is what you're looking at here. Manta is sitting on this horizontal here at 3.59. 3.59 is a nice little support pocket here. And if it starts holding this, then that could be the retest of this trend break completed. And it could be looking for potentially higher things. So right now, the way you view this, we've broken a little downtrend that they had, and potentially now starting a new uptrend. So we're just going to mark it up like that. And, could be in play now and bullish things. So all-time high, 3.88. We need to blow that region. So once we pop that, then price discovery again, and anything can happen after that. So looking good. Let's see who's in the chats here. We need questions for Uncle Kyle. Jose says they want us together on every stream. Let's see what else we got here. Aaron says Kyle's the man. Did you know that? You're the man.
Thank you, Aaron. there was so there was also I see a comment here about 𝗬𝗎 is pumping, so I think his 𝗬𝗎 on 𝗬𝗎 is the next meme. I talked about this as well. Still very this is something that I was going to wait till the end to talk about because it's such a low market cap. I think it's sitting right now at $3.7 million. We covered it at 3.4 on my show. But if you want to throw up a chart on that one,
let's get this.
It seems to be the predominant at the moment meme coin and 𝗬𝗎, and I expect 𝗬𝗎 to have a big run here soon.
Yeah, so 𝗬𝗎 is about to blow through some big areas. Okay, so we know bullish 𝗬𝗎 strength, things like that. People start jumping onto all these other little shit coins linked to it. Not that 𝗬𝗎 is a shit coin, but is this an actual meme coin on 𝗬𝗎?
Yeah, total meme coin. And I can't even pronounce it.
Okay. Okay, so what I've got here for you, 𝗬𝗎, whatever the H means. Bulls, you just want to watch for this break of trend, but this is a tiny market cap. So if people start buying this thing, it's going to rip. I mean, this is 3.7 million, 5x from here. Where is that? 15 million. Easy mover, I'd say. 15 million for a meme coin, not the end of the world. So something going on here. I like this little trend. So the safest way to play this is look for this little trend break. Watch this little area here. Look for something along these lines first. And then you can maybe catch this move. So supports that you want to watch. 𝗬𝗎. So this is available actually on DEX Screener. I couldn't find a chart for it. It's not on the DEX or anything. So you need to go to DEX Screener. Make sure you have the right contract for it. Let's see. Where can you find the contract? Do you play on DEX Screener here?
It's on DEX Screener, yeah.
Where's the contract? Should be on the right here. Oh, there. There we go. Okay, so on the right-hand side, you can see the pair, you can see the contract, all these things on the right. Make sure you have the right one. Current price is 0.015, and then supports you guys need to watch. for this 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓. So potential, is it safe to say potential 3x here? Take it to 10 million?
The thing is, it's not easy to buy, and that's why I think that it still has a slow start. I mean, not to say that's a great meme or anything. It's an anime thing which can do well, but it's not easy to buy because there's no centralized exchange listing right now. And so what you need to do if you want to buy it is you need to go to an exchange, buy 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓, send it to a 𝗬𝗢𝗢 wallet, which if you don't have already, which probably most people don't, you need to install that. Send 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 to your wallet, then come to your DEX screener, then do your swap over here on the right-hand side. So I think just a lot of people just won't bother with it. And so probably if this thing continues to get traction, big if, this thing could just fizzle out and go to nothing. But if it's easier to buy, I think traction will pick up.
You got to be an advanced degen to go to those levels where you start bridging shit and all that stuff. I mean, it drives me mad doing that stuff. Moving it around, bridging, all these things. So yeah, when they make it easier, I think then the guys will come. But guys, eyes on this 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓, eyes on this bullish 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓. Here's 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓. Okay, this thing's looking good to me. Okay, this is 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 on an 8-hour chart. We know this thing's been pumping, and I've got a little cup and handle here. So for those of you that do you know what a cup and handle is? And it's not a drink holder. It's an actual, you don't actually drink out of it though. It's physically on the screen. And so some people consider this quite a bullish setup. It's a cup and handle on the 8 hour. And, this could give us some pretty big targets. So if it's going to blow and we want to work out where's 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 going to, what is the potential price for 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓? Well, you could pull this magical thing called a 1618 and a 2618. And Kyle doesn't even know what that is. Now he's getting confused. I'm going to show you some science again.
Learning though.
We can get a guesstimate here as to where these things are going to go. So let's go 1.618 and we're going to add a 2.618. And these two areas start giving you zones of interest as to where a token can go. And believe it or not, they actually work. Like when I've done this a few times, it actually pings these areas when these things turn bullish and they reject in these zones. I mean, don't ask me how, but it's just magic. So potential moves here on 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 that I'm looking at. First one is about 19%, and top one is about 49% to about 2.1. So teeing up for something here. And if you want to trade this, if you're looking for an entry here, the best way to play this, okay, there's two options here for you guys. One of them is to wait for a little pullback onto this horizontal support, see if it's going to hold. So this is option one. If we do get this pullback, that's your little buy zone over there, round about 1.33. That is your area. Alternatively, wait for this to pop, because we know what happens here. We pop, and then quite often there's a little sell-off, and we want to just make sure that they start holding this horizontal at about 1.46. And if they hold this horizontal at about 1.46, then I'd say 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 is off to the races here for some big moves. So 20% and maybe 40% still coming. Daniel says he loves the beard euphoria. Do you like my beard? I mean, I spend a lot of time on this beard getting it right for these guys. Hopefully they appreciate it. I'm hoping they do.
Very good looking beard.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's talk about Sol and this dupe situation. Are people getting hyped about it for nothing? Is it going to unlock some liquidity into the Sol ecosystem?
Yeah, just before, like literally right before this, I just filmed my show for tonight. It'll probably be live in a couple hours. That's exactly what I talked about. So, you have right now the markets are pricing Jupiter in at about $7.27 billion FDV. And 10% of that is unlocked airdrops. So we have about $730 million on the 31st coming into the ecosystem. And question is how much more is it going to run, right? At that stage. So there will be a lot of selling, and then maybe rehypothecation of that value into other Sol ecosystem tokens. It'll sure bring a lot of attention into Sol. There's a lot of other things. I think a lot of attention is going to Sol. You see also like Sol volume being higher than Ethereum right now, DEX volume being higher. And so I think something like, dare I say, dog with hat. A good one to look at right now. It took a little breather with Sol selling off, but if Sol pumps, better believe Sol will pump with a hat.
Okay, so I actually forgot to bring up with hat, but it is a degen hour, and we are looking at some Sol, so we're going to look at that. Ponke is also on Sol, so we're going to be talking about Ponke, because I got a feeling that it's going to go to Ponke as well, because these guys are putting some money into marketing. So we're going to talk about that. Here's the Sol chart, and so far so good. So the guys are turning bearish on Sol, and obviously we can, depending on our mood in the morning, Kyle, literally, we can have a chart that shows we're going to hell or we're going to Valhalla, literally, depending on my mood. So right now, my mood is not that bearish, and I've got Sol here on a little trend break, and I'm just looking, I'm bullish until we lose this little retest. So for me, if Sol loses 91 and we start closing below this 91 level, then, maybe we need to start reassessing our lives, and start looking lower. I mean, Sheldon was calling 65. That's going to burn. That's going to be like the worst rash in history if 65 comes. But for me, Sol, I'm buying. 91, if they give us 91, I'm buying it. Off this 50-day MA, I'm buying it off this trend retest. I'm buying it off the horizontal and this 382 fib. Are you buying Sol at 91?
I would buy Sol. I would buy Sol at 91 if I had any more money to put into things. If I'm gonna buy Sol, it means I have to sell something else. So it's like I don't have any more dollars sitting on the sideline to do something. So I
like the Sol.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna pump. I think that pullback's going to pump. You can see here, I'm on Prime XBT, and I got part of my order. I had a tiny little order here for Sol, and I had an order waiting down here for 75 more Sol, and they actually front ran that region there. So I've got a small Sol position here running on Prime XBT. I've got a buy order waiting here, 92.75. If they come again, I don't want to miss it. So I've got a limit order set here on Prime XBT for 75 Sol, waiting for that pullback. If we hit that area, then we can start buying. And you can see I've got a little stop loss here at 90.46. So if we lose that 91 level and we start closing under there, then I'd say, it's time to reassess things, because if Sol starts falling over, then we know. Then we know the end is near. And, BTC is probably going to deeper and darker places. So for me right now, I like Sol. We keep Sol going. Nicholas is asking about Bonk. We're going to get there, bro. We're going to get there. Joey's asking about gingers have no soul. Well, guys, I got a treat for you. We got DJ. Have you heard of gingers have no soul?
Someone put a, I don't know why. Someone put a ginger wig on me today on X in one of my comments. I don't know. Is ginger a thing today? What's going on with that?
So let's find this thing.
Am I missing some meme culture or something? I don't know what's going on.
There's these ginger guys put. Let me pull this up here.
Who is this ginger guys?
So guys, this is a high risk play. This is a proper high risk play here. But basically, we were away. I had this wig today. Yeah. And next thing, there's a guy that works with us, a ginger guy. And next thing, there was a ginger head on this guy, and there was a video of him dancing. It was run. Here, let's see where this is. There he is with a smoke in his mouth. That's him. He works here. There's run. And they put we had a team picture, all of us at Banter, and they put ginger on us somewhere in the chats. Anyway, this is a massive degen play. The guys in the office, some of these guys are absolute degens. I was at a bachelor's on Saturday. It was Sheldon's bachelor party. And even during the bachelor party, the oaks are trading meme coins. There's absolute degens around here. So yeah, ginger is one of the things we are looking at. You can look at it here on Bird Eye. So for those of you that don't know what Bird Eye is, it's a DEX connected to a Phantom wallet. So and you can catch all these Sol tokens on here. So here's ginger. Very high risk, absolute high risk here. Let's see if we can even find the market cap of this thing. We're going to have to look around here for this market cap. But yeah, high risk DGen play here, Gingers. If it does get traction, you can see what's going on here. We've got a little trend break at the moment, maybe something going on here on the 4 hour. Guys, I want to update on my poll here with regards to these meme shows that I want to do. I want to see what the results are here. There's no votes yet. Okay, so maybe I must resend this poll. Ray, can you see the poll in the back there? Can you see the poll?
No.
Okay, I'm going to re-add my poll quickly because it's here in front of me, but maybe you guys can't see it. So I'm going to add this poll quickly. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Yeah, we're going to add it again. Let's end that poll there. End the poll. Okay, meme shows. Here it comes, guys. $5 minutes per day, or one big show every 2 weeks. Okay, let me know. Here it comes. It's in the chats. Okay, let us know. Please start voting there. Guys, and while we're talking about polls and votes, okay, here's the thing. I'm under strict instructions every time. I have to say, okay, let's just pull the screen off. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get the notifications. How did I do that? Was it good?
That was good.
Bad.
It's very good.
Do you do it the same?
It's impressive.
We've got this thing called banter bags here, and Uncle Run has promised to put $1,000 into various of these IDOs. And if you subscribe to Banter, Banter Plus, we need 350,000 subscribers on Banter Plus, and we need, I think it was 2 million subscribers on Banter main channel. If you are subscribed, you can win the Banter bags. It's that easy. You just need a like and be subscribed to the channel. Okay, how's that? I think I did a good job there. Okay, let's see. So far, out of the votes, we've got 110 votes so far, guys. Keep them coming. But so far, we got 75% won 5-minute degens every day. I mean, fuck it. We can do it. If you want to do it, I think it'll be fun. We can play on this bird eye and we can pull up these memes. But remember, these things are like a 1 in 5 hit rate, especially with the small caps. And, you 4 times you're going to go to 0, but that 1 time you're going to do 10x or 20x. But we can definitely do that. Keep the votes coming through. Okay, next thing I've got. Let's fire through these coins here. Yep.
I think today's going to be a good day. We have a nice big green candle here on the 1 hour. Where Bitcoin's at 42.3 right now.
Ooh, it's a nice looking candle.
Up $300 since we started.
Okay, so remember what we're looking for here, guys. We just want to blow this 50-day moving average. We blow that thing. These alts are going to pop through their resistance zones, and then we want to make sure we're just holding, and then we start moving to our next levels and things we need to watch when things turn bullish. Things like render. Okay, you know the deal with render at the moment, Kyle, with the Apple Pro Vision or whatever's going on there.
What's going on there?
There it is. Okay, so render's still looking good. I got a little short teed up here for render when we do hit the zone. So those of you who like render, we're trading the news, we're trading the hype on render. There might be a little short play for render, round about 4.37 to about 4.4. So I'm looking for one more pump for render, just based on this Apple news. The Vision Pro, there's a lot of talk around it. So, maybe we're going to sell that. Maybe we're going to sell that news for render. So let's watch them blow through this 50-day MA. Let's see how they treat things up here. But I suspect we might get a little wick through the 618 the same way we got a wick through that 618 when we called the top of BTC. I don't know if you noticed that, Carl. We called the top of BTC. I think you were on the show with me. Where we called the top of BTC.
That was brutal. And I was, I've been paying the price for it ever since I was in a leverage long position, and I remember that. It got into a brutal, a lot of money, a lot of margin, and now I'm seeing my negative be less negative, which is very nice.
It must have been quite how did you sleep at 38K? How was your night?
I had to sell some shit to add to margin so I didn't get liquidated because I was not going down like that.
Oh, it's the worst feeling. It's the absolute worst feeling when you're waking up, checking your phone, feeling stressed. The absolute worst feeling. As a leverage trader, you get nothing worse. Absolutely nothing worse. Okay, let's see. Votes so far. Guys, we only have 175 votes, but 74% of you are filthy animals. 74% want degen plays so far. So keep these votes coming. Okay, let's see who else is here. Fahad's here. Fahad says he's trying to short Sol. Yeah, but look, see how it goes. You know, let's let it blow through the resistance first. Let it close above your resistance area before you make any rash decisions here. Okay, there's so many coins we need to get through here. Next one I've got is CFX. Let's cover CFX quickly. Chinese New Year play. We know the drill. Okay, I've brought this one up on the show before. We were actually talking Chinese New Year. It did 90% in 2022. It did 200% in 2023. And at the moment, it's on track for quite a big move. When did this start? This started in similar time, 22nd of January. So guys, remember this. If you missed this move, don't forget, there's always next year that you can get your CFX 200% move. We've done 44% so far. So if CFX pushes to 60%, I think that's quite a nice move. That takes us up to a little resistance band over here. And that is around about 0.28. So that's the top of this weekly range. So that's quite a nice little interesting place. And those of you in CFX already, your support is currently 0.218. So we lose 0.218, then things turn dark again and we start heading lower. But until we lose that area, I'm looking at this push here on this weekly range. We just want to push a little bit higher. So a few more percent left. You've missed the big move so far, but and maybe another 10% on CFX. And that's TP there for me. I'm definitely be jumping out over there. And there was news on CFX as well. So other than Chinese New Year, they got partnerships. There's all these things. What was that layer 2 situation they were launching on Bitcoin the other day as well? There's a lot happening here with CFX. Do you know much about it?
No, I don't know any. I'm not sure about the layer 2. I don't know too much about that. Not that layer 2 on Bitcoin.
Look, a lot of it pushing it at the moment.
Yeah, now all of a sudden everyone's doing a layer 2 on Bitcoin. All of a sudden, it seems like out of nowhere.
It's part of the fun. You just chase the hype. Okay, there's questions coming in here for when. Ferdy says he's long Manta. Let's see what else we got. Ronald's looking for Myro. Let's see. Rich says shorters have been overconfident. Guys, you just don't want to stand in a way of like a green Bitcoin candle. I never find too much joy in that. You can just get so wrecked if you start trying that game. But maybe you can catch some of the alts like that. Torres says check Sol. Say is apparently pumping as well. Let's just see where we are with Sol quickly. Yeah, Sol's ripping. Okay, there it goes. Let's pull Sol up. And I only got a little portion of that entry there. So off it goes. There it is. We are looking at next target here for Sol is the original target from yesterday. So that is 103. So we're waiting for 103 here on Sol. Spotty Dog says, I'm loving Sol. Guys, we mustn't turn too bearish when we're sitting on supports here. Okay, next thing I've got. Well, let's talk about the flavor of the day. Ponke. So Solana meme coins, Myra the dog, Bonk, Ponke, Ginger. What else we got? What else are your favorites here? What are your favorite Sol ones? This is Ponke. If you guys are interested, you can find them here on Twitter. It looks like a monkey. Okay, and they're pulling in some big names here. Okay, I saw 𝗏𝗏𝗏, the Bitcoin king. He's got a video in here trading Ponke. And I see there's other players here. There's Rover in here making videos on Ponke, and they're definitely good at making pictures. But I'm guessing fundamentally it's the same as all of these meme coins. So you need to understand what you're buying. You're buying potential hype and those type of things. But again, another meme coin, hype's going to pump it. Here's 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 here talking about Ponke, and this guy also quite solid. This virtual bacon. He's got Ponke on his watch list. Do you know this guy? He's got
Yeah,
Ponke. He's got Ponke. Yeah. He's got a nice list here. 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗡𝗦, your favorite. When? Oh, you got to talk about this when. Some guy bought one when for $87,000. Did you know this?
No way.
I'm going to show you. It's the best thing you've ever seen. Okay, so let's look at this Ponke. Let's see where we're at, because I like the idea of Ponke. I'm not ready to buy it yet until it hits my zone. And now you guys saw me play this type of area on Bonk before, and I think we just need a little bit of patience. So there's a hot zone coming in here for Ponke. Let's just take a look at this area here. We've got some nice horizontals. Okay, so that's a nice little area for me. You can see why this makes sense. So let it just bleed out. Got a little 786 here. Okay, let's just let this thing drift down into the zone here. And I'm looking for buys here on Ponke. For me, it's got to come down into this nice little area here. And we're going to play it the same way we played Bonk last week, 0.0315. Anywhere in that region for me on Ponke, 0.0315. I think we're going to get a bounce there. And let's see if we've got some support here from some Lux. So I've got some Lux Algo order blocks in this region as well. So anything around about 0.03, 0.031, that's a buy zone there for me for Ponke. So just be a little bit patient. Let's see if it drifts down a little bit lower. And then if it does start running, you need to know where your next resistance point is. And you don't want to really be buying into resistance, but this is your next resistance zone. So if it starts hitting this 0.05, that's a resistance area. You just need to be a little bit cautious there. You want it to pop higher first and get you some support there. Damir says Sol is flying. Okay, let's see what else we got. Maruk. So you got happened to me last week. I remember CoinCall. You took an option with me on CoinCall, and we said Bitcoin's going to 140,000. Do you remember that? So CoinCall, they do options on Sol and Filecoin and all these other things as well. So I thought it would be great to let the audience decide which way Sol's going to go. So last week I said to them they can choose 76, 82, 96, or 110, and the majority sent me to 72. So I took out a put option on Sol. They made me use all my money in my account that was left. They made me drag the dial to the top. They wouldn't even let me use half. They said all of it. And I opened up quite a big put option on Sol to go back to 70. So they basically ended me.
Oh.
They ended me live on screen. So now Sol is pumping. A part of me wanted Sol to come down, but it's not going to stop right now. So yeah, I'm getting rinsed out on that one. But they redeemed themselves a little bit. But I've now closed this trade. I traded Bonk on 2-bit. Okay, oh fuck, and now it's going again. Maybe I must take another Bonk long here. Guys, let me know in the chats. Are we longing Bonk again now that we've got some green candles here? Let me know. Let me know what you think I should do. I closed that Bonk trade from last week and made a little bit of profit, but I wanted to bank some today. We were getting that little pullback. So I thought I'd close that and make sure I had something left here for you guys. So let me know in the chats. Are we longing Bonk here on 2-bit? You can see a little double bottom here. This is the 1 hour chart, so it is looking interesting here. We could get a little scalp. Let's see. Nicholas says pump it. Tenot says long Bonk. Bitcoin making ready for pump, says CHRS. What else we got? Market short squeeze, says Rich. What do you think? Shall we long Bonk here?
Yes.
That was quite easy to convince you.
Especially,
okay.
Yes. Go for
It's
it.
long Bonk. 5,000. It's long Bonk. Yeah, here we go. Bang. Okay, we long Bonk again, and let's put a stop here. We're going to put a stop under these lows from earlier today. So 0.011367. So I'm going to click add here. This is 2-bit, guys. 0.011. What did I say? 0.011367. Okay.
Bitcoin's up $700 since we started. 42.7. Nice.
You got the magic touch. basically. It must be because we together streaming. Okay, there goes a long on Bonk. Okay, let's see. Okay, 2-bit guys, they release new tokens all the time. Okay, you can get the drop down here on the left hand side. This is their perps. I'm trading this one in a leverage cross account. So if it does pump, I'll be able to use the profits and open up new positions with the profits without closing the position. So it can get quite exponential. It can get de-exponential too. You can send yourself to 0 while you sleep if you don't know what you're doing. But for example, if Bonk is up $100, they'll let me use that $100 for whatever leverage times 10 without closing the position. So it's one way to end yourself, but it's another way to send yourself 20x. So there's a little tip for you. Have you traded 2-bit?
No, what's 2-bit?
So they trade a bit like MEXC. They like proper KYC friendly. And there's a couple of degen coins in here and things like that. And they do cross and isolated and all these types of things. You can see all this bonkers moving here. Geez, should have added more. Yeah, so give it a try. Let's see. Rich says the stock market has been telling us we're going up. Soms is asking for ICP. Wait, we got to finish. We got to finish our Sol memes. What next I got on the list here? Let's do Bonk because now it's topical. You can see why I exited Bonk. So this is our chart. We gave this Bonk trade last week. Nice little mover into resistance. Okay, so I've just basically longed Bonk on a lower time frame into resistance. Classic move. What we're looking for here, you can see it nearly hit our TP, the first one, but potential 25% still coming. So bullish Sol for me is bullish Bonk, bullish Ponke, bullish all these other meme coins should be moving. So as soon as we break through this horizontal, we should get we want to confirm some support. So we just want to see it pop up again. Same old story that you see all the time. We want to just blow through this horizontal, get some support, and then it's away. And then your exit zones are under your previous candles. So right now, it's on this chart. This is the MEXC chart, 0.0001143, or just below. You close under there, then you know it's bearish and it's coming lower. What else we got here?
Whales.
Okay. Whales. Is this a meme coin?
No. No. So
should it be a meme coin?
No, I like whales is interesting because it's an OTC market for, we've been talking about airdrops for a long time, and now everyone's kind of gamifying the airdrop space with points, right? And points equal money. So Whales is a platform where people can go and offload their points early to trade their points essentially. And so I don't know exactly how the tech works, but I do believe that, because from a lot of projects that I talk to, as an advisor, investor, everybody is, introducing point systems into their project to gain attention, to build communities, to get people to farm and try out their products. So Whales has built a platform that actually is live right now that allows you to trade points. And I think that's a very interesting, novel idea. I think that's going to grow exponentially in the bull market. And it's, I think, a $13 million market cap right now.
It's tiny. Yeah, the guys in the newsroom and the research guys at Banter were going on about this thing for like 2 weeks. All the clever guys, I just draw pictures, but the clever guys were going about this stuff, and this thing's been pumping. So I got some of this last week, and it's going well. It's cooking. So it's something you definitely want to have in your armory, I'd say. Right now, we don't have much information here. I've just got a 1 hour chart to work with. This is 𝗏𝗏𝗏. You're buying this off a phantom wallet. But you can see there's a little bit of a downtrend here that we need to pay attention to. So let's see how this goes. But what I would suggest, you want to wait for the break, or you're looking for buys. You move lower into these lows here. You want to look for buys at the bottom of this trend. Okay, if this is going to continue, and bulls, you can also just wait. You can buy any breakout. So if it does start popping up early, it's quite an easy move. You just look for some support after it breaks the trend, and then you can start laddering in and buying it. And if you're buying spot and you have a longer term view, well, then it doesn't really matter. You can just accumulate whenever it pulls back, and start grabbing these things. Are you enjoying my music?
Yeah. Who made it for you? One of your community members, right?
Yes, and this guy also made me my boo. I preferred when Bitcoin's pumping, then I can hit this whip. It's nice. What are we doing? What are we looking at next here?
All right, so next, let's do, what do we got next? How about next?
Next, okay. Talk to me about next. Here's the chart.
So next is interesting. It's called Connext, and it's essentially another way. So Chainlink CCIP is one approach to interconnect all blockchains, and that's I'm really bullish on Link for anyone who knows me. But what Next is trying to do, or Connext is trying to build the 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗔 standard, which means that anyone who has a Solidity based or EVM based blockchain, if you bridge your 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗔, whatever it is, it's a paid token, right, on Ethereum or BSC chain, whatever, and then you, instead of a BSC20 or an 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢, it becomes an 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢 paid token, then I can use it across all the different EVMs without having to use bridges, without having to, like liquidity across everything. So if everybody starts using this, and also there's a developer kits where you can integrate Connext into any of your dApps, which means that you can just allow it to be accepted. And so they're trying to implement a new standard to where we have less need to switch, networks when we use tokens, and having essentially just one network where we can use all tokens across all your 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. And it's got the cap table is full of, massive tier one backers. And I believe, let's see, I'll pull up the chart while I look at but the valuation I think is quite a good deal right now for where it is. I think it's got to be let's see, right now it's $32 million market cap. And so I think it's just quite under, I'm quite bullish on this. I bought a pretty big bag of this. We'll see. It makes a lot of sense for EVMs. Like, I think that you have, in the world of blockchain, EVMs should be cohesive, right? They should be easy to transverse. We shouldn't have to switch RPCs. We shouldn't have to bring liquidity to other chains. They should all be able to work in a harmony, right? And if Connext pulls it off, then that's what we have.
Okay. Well, areas of interest from a chart. Okay. If you have a 5-year view on something, it doesn't really matter that much. But if you have a shorter term view and you're looking for a move and you're looking for a good entry, and you also want to feel good because you want to tell the story, of how you got such a good entry, then you come and talk to me. And the levels are like 0.30. Okay, that's right here. It's sitting on this level right now. Okay, you can see they're trying to buy it. They're trying to hold it up. We need a little bit more buyers to start stepping in here, because there is a little bit of pressure now on this horizontal. Okay, so we can see there's a little bit of pressure down here. If it does drop lower, if we do get this little dip, you can just look at something like that, and your next hot zone is going to be this little pivot area over here. It was the high on the 14th of December, so that is our next area of interest. Maybe by then this 50-day MA is going to be pushing up a little bit higher as well, just to help us a little bit. And your next zone is 0.256. So currently you're looking at 0.30, and next level of interest 0.256. Both of those look okay from a buy perspective here. Okay, I've got. What else can we pull up here? Link. I know it's your favorite. I've got Link. Are you married to Link, basically? You married to this token?
Financially, might as well be when it comes down to you know, the it's like a marriage, right? You like committed financially, but you don't fuck. So
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I've been married to tokens before.
So I think that right now, I just saw a chart the other day. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but it's revenue from CCIP. So it's really starting to pick up. General access is turned on, which just means it went from beta to being used. And so it's a protocol that's just starting to generate revenue. This is the very, very beginning of what I think is going to be the beginning of a monster.
So I was looking through my Sniper Club trade. So at Sniper Club, it's a paid service, and we do a shit ton of things in there. But one of the things we do is we send out some signals and things. And I was going through my list of my last 10 trades that we've done on Sniper Club, and my most traded or signal that I've sent out has been Link. We've done it like 4 or 5 times in the last couple of weeks. It's actually been such a fun coin to trade. So, I mean, I'm always watching Link, not fundamentally, but it's fun to trade. It moves nicely. It moves some good areas, and we keep banging out these Link trades. And here's the one that it hit the 50-day MA, TP zone, and now it's rejecting here in this area. But I mean, look, it wasn't very exciting, but 5% move is a 5% move. And if you're trading leverage and things and you can nail these areas, well then, yeah, we keep going. So I'm having a lot of fun trading this Link. I've got this other, I was just seeing here in the chats, Denny says he needs wife changing money. Not happy, bro. You're not happy there. What's going on? Not happy. So we've got this other indicator called 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓, and we're also dropping trades in the Sniper Club using 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓. But 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗓 is a freestanding indicator that we use. And Seth, the guy who developed the 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓 indicator, he's nice enough to drop a couple of signals a week in the Sniper Club for us. And this was one of his trades that he set up for us last week. And I wanted to show you the results. I took his trade, okay, and here it is. Here I took it on 𝗦𝗡𝗍, so he dropped that entry there for us in the Sniper Club, and I took it on 10x, and it's 71% up so far. So it was a bit of a slow burner. It took a while to get moving, but he's dropping these setups in the Sniper Club. And if you're interested in his indicator, you can buy his indicator on its own. As well, so you can go to the link in the description. You can find the 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓 indicator, and you can find links to the Sniper Club if that is of interest to you as well, where you're getting signals from me and Sheldon, you're getting signals from the Sniper team, you're getting airdrop information, you're getting 6 zooms a week from all of us. We're getting and you're getting all my charts off my watch list that we drop in there all the time. So there's a lot going on in the link in the description. How did I do that, Kyle? Did I do that well?
Did that extremely well.
Thank you. Appreciate
Brilliantly.
I want to look at my checklist here. I've said subscribe and hit the bell. I did 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓, showed you guys my trade. I'm very happy with this trade, but it works. I have found that we need slightly bigger stops with 𝗬𝗟𝗔𝗗𝗓, but it does work well for us. Okay, let's see what else we got. 𝗧𝗏 the dog. This was looking quite sad, and I think we are getting to a potential hot zone here for 𝗧𝗏 the dog. You like this one?
I love dogs.
𝗧𝗏 the dog. Okay, so if you are interested in 𝗧𝗏 the dog, this is trading exactly the way this bonk was looking not too long ago, and it was melting down into a nice little hot zone, and you can see what's going on here with 𝗧𝗏. This is on 𝗦𝗡𝗍. I think Ponke is also on 𝗦𝗡𝗍, funnily enough, so you can get Ponke there. Let's see where there's Ponke on 𝗦𝗡𝗍. You can get 𝗧𝗏 on 𝗦𝗡𝗍. Link is in the description, and we're looking at a little meltdown here on the 8 hour for 𝗲𝗏, drifting into my buy zone. So my hot area for you, 𝗲𝗏, 0.108. Okay, that's a nice little zone. So give it time. You can see they already try to front run the 618. Now remember, everybody loves the 618, especially the retail traders. They see it coming. The bots love it. They turn it on. So when you're pinging a 618, sometimes people get really excited and they start buying a little bit in front of it. But we know 618s deliver. Let's see what happens if we get a second visit into this area. I'd like to see that. And again, if this starts running without us, it's such a simple play here. Okay, there's a horizontal you need to watch. If this thing starts running without us, look for the pop, look for that retest. You want to see this horizontal hold, and then 𝗲𝗏 is off and cooking again. So quite an easy play here. You're just waiting for a little bit lower, and or you're waiting for a little bit higher. So right now it's not a buy zone. You wait. You want to pop higher. You want to move lower. Those are both for bulls there. Leroy says 𝗲𝗏 is the best tech ever. Must be fundamentally strong as well. Great fundamental project, I'm guessing. Are you still with us, Kyle?
I'm still here. I saw the comments too that someone put up earlier, just asking about paid staking. For anyone who is curious, it did go live today. So, but be careful, guys. There was a bunch of scams out there too. People like whenever on our paid network, someone would put up like a few people fell for a scam because in the comments someone pretended to be paid and said, "Oh, go." But we have our staking live now too. So,
actually, tell me a bit more about this, because I've been buying paid with the intention of staking it for an IDO or something. Is that how it works? What are we doing?
So, we really want it. So it's a bit different the way it works than other IDO platforms. So we have one tier where you would have to stake paid. It's a 75,000 paid token stake, and then you get early access. So it's all the same, right? Like everything's the same. It's open pool. It's open to everybody. But if you stake 75,000 paid, you can come show up to the party 24 hours. I don't know if it's 24 or 48 hours before everyone else. You can take your time, participate in an IDO, right? For everyone else, you don't even have to have any paid. You don't have to stake any at all, and you can participate in open pool. And that's it. But people, there will be other things. Paid's not just doing Launchpad. There's other things that we're doing. We have a community fund. So we have like a paid has its own VC now, where people who are staking paid will get returns from that. We'll also get airdrops. So like, anyone who's staking Celestia, for example, are oftentimes going to get airdrops from projects that are launching using Celestia. Same thing with paid. If you're just staking paid tokens, so you want to stake them. If you have them, if you're bullish on paid and you're if you're speculating, whatever, if you just hold paid, you want to stake them because you'll be getting airdrops for most, if not all, the IDOs that we do, and other rewards that we go along. So it's governance. It's a way to participate in governance, and that's where all the rewards are going. So if you just hold paid in your wallet, you don't get any airdrops. You don't get any love, right?
How long is the lockup?
There's no lockup. No lockup. So we also kind of subscribe to this philosophy that if we provide a service that you like and you enjoy, come participate, stake, and then if you don't want to, then go. And so we there's no lockup. But the thing is that we do have a 2% tax for staking and unstaking, and we do that, and that tax goes to refilling the community fund. So that's how the community fund gets money to invest into projects. And so every time that it'll invest, those profits come back. They buy paid in the open market, and then 50% of those paid are burnt. The other 50% are redistributed to anyone staking paid. So it's really good for the ecosystem. So yes, you pay 2% of. So if you put 100, if you stake 100 paid, 2 paid go to the community fund, and then those are used to invest, but then you'll get rewards as they come back, right? So the idea is that sometimes maybe people come to stake just for a particular IDO or something, and then they leave. That's fine, but just remember that there's 2% on the way in and 2% on the way out.
Okay, nice. Well, I'll get stuck into that. Thank you. Yeah, I see Sol's busy pushing here a little bit, but again, it's still got a little bit of work to do. It's still got resistance up ahead. So guys, don't get too excited. Let's get the work done. Let's get it through. Let's get it through this resistance area first. before we turn super bullish, because right now it's got some work to do here, so we can't get too excited. Okay, let's see what else I got. We got Ponke, we got 𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗏, Ponke, Bonk, 𝗦𝗏, 𝗦. I've got to show you this 𝗦 token. This is hilarious. I've run out of scrolling space. I had to open 2 different charts to show you this 𝗦. You're not going to believe this shit. Okay, so here is 𝗦 on the 4 hour. Let's just look at it on the 1 hour, and it looks quite, it looks quite civilized. Not too much happening here on the 1 hour. Are you ready to see the best thing you've ever seen, though?
Yeah, let's do it.
$85,000.
No way. How did that happen?
Somebody obviously clicked market buy, and they've probably got a lot of soul in their wallets. And I think someone had a limit sell or whatever the fuck.
This is that whole thing was an experiment from the founder of from Jupiter. Hopefully, and on their whole bonding curve, the way that the distribution happened for when. So I sure hope that poor soul gets it was I mean, it's a fair market, but poor guy.
Look, I think fundamentally it's get up to $85,000. Let's just see a little dip. It's basically 99% off that buy. So a little bit of work to do. You never know. It could come back to 87,000. Or not. Jesus. Imagine you got your wallet and you hit market buy and you get drained 87,000 for something that costs 0. What is this thing? Oh, where's my screen? Yeah. Oh no, my screen is gone. Oh yeah, 0.000116. That is a bad day. That is a very bad day. When you buy, that's called buying the top, guys. I mean, we've all bought the top, but I mean, that's the top. What are we watching there? Are we long BTC? Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
Bitcoin's up almost 1,000 since we started.
Ooh. Okay. It looks like it's going to push this 50-day MA.
Almost 42.93 right now.
So your long's looking a bit better.
Less horrible, man. I almost gave up. I almost gave up trading forever.
You were at 46, eh? You bought at 46 or something.
I'll tell you right now. It's my entry was 45,796. Yeah, brutal.
Okay, well, let's see if it blows this 50-day MA. Okay, what we want to see.
Tell me what it's going to take to get me back to break even, please.
So what's that number again? What's our target?
45,796. And so what should I do here? Should I add at this rate right now, at this level right now, or do I just do I just be a good boy and just wait for it?
You're in a hole already. Okay.
Yes.
If you're adding now, you're adding on a pump already. You should have been adding at 38, for example.
Yeah, I should have been.
Yeah.
That's
what I said. 38.
That's what everyone said it was going to. It was going to 30. Like.
Okay. Look, at least you weren't that guy from when. At least you didn't buy like $85,000. Okay, so what I would do here, my strategy here for you. Okay, I don't believe BTC is going back to all-time highs for a while. Okay, so I'd be surprised if it does. If it goes back to 48, 49, I'd be quite surprised. My next big area that I was watching. So if we blew this 50-day MA, this was my next big region, 44,600. Okay, that's a big area for me that I'm watching. I'm expecting a rejection there. So the next play is we want to form support here first, 42,700. And maybe what you can do then is start cutting if BTC loses that 42,700 region. So, you've had a nice little push up. Okay. I do suspect they're going to bring BTC back into the 30s at some point before, over the next couple of months.
No way.
So maybe, don't you think so?
No way.
Really?
No way. No way. You've got Charles Schwab now is entering. He's going to get an ETF. They're going to get ETF proof soon. And then the Grayscale's done. Hong Kong's just, that sent a application for their approval. It's going to happen soon. I don't know, but we had that, if you look at historically, the pre-halving, you have this 20% pullback, and then it's essentially off to the races after that, and we had that 20% pullback, and it seems like we had the pullback that has happened historically, and it's time to go up only now.
Okay, well, let's see. I mean, look, I left this. I actually drew this when you were with me, this little mark. I'm just going to leave it here forever. I mean, we basically called the top. Okay, so
it's a real skill, that is.
Scenarios for me. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and visit this wick that they gave us there. Okay, that wouldn't shock me at all if they did that. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Another visit to 38. Be prepared for some more pain, but this time maybe you can add when it goes to 38. Instead of trying to add on a green candle today at 42. Add when it's dark. Add when it's deep, round about this 38 level, if they do give you that again. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that wick come and just cleaned up a little bit, yeah.
I mean, the only other exception is it could, I was talking about this over the weekend, maybe Grayscale decided to, maybe they understood that people were understanding the sell patterns and they just wanted to hold off a little bit, give the perception that they're slowing down or whatever, and then they just unload a huge bag once the price gets back up to 45K or something, then that's still possible. But I just don't see that playing out, but that is the only thing I can think of that would create severe downward pressure.
Look, I think one more visit at 30s I like. Maybe even if it's just a visit, not for too long. But I don't want to say it's not. I don't want to say it's impossible. Here's 𝗬𝗎 that we were talking about earlier. This cup and handle is now cooking, and support marker that you want to watch. This is the 8 hour. So if you long 𝗬𝗎, you can look at the low of this current 8 hour candle as your support area. If you lose 1.42 or 1.43, if you close under that area, that means we're coming back down potentially. Okay, then we're looking at that. But right now, it's done what we wanted it to do. It's popped. Okay, and we want to see the support hold. So if you lose that level, we're coming back down. But other than that, we are now on track. 1.7 is the next target. Can you see how the science works? Simple, huh? Simple science. What's the time there?
11:30.
Okay. Guys, we got to let Kyle go to bed. It's late. You want to talk more shitcoins? We can talk more shitcoins if you want to talk more shitcoins.
I haven't been paying too much attention to shitcoins recently. We've just been focused, man. Been trying to. We have a lot of inbound inquiries over here for paid network. With the whole 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗓 VM and ape terminal thing, and
what's the story there? Give me the summarized version. What happened there?
Well, so 𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗕 VM, this Bitcoin layer 2, and Bitcoin layer 2, and I didn't really hear about it until a couple of days before it launched, and then all of a sudden everyone heard about it, and then it launched, and one of the launch pads was ape terminal, and then the next day or a couple of days later, everybody, I'm surprised you didn't hear about it, everybody was saying it did a 300x, right? And I was just, from the IDO price, and it didn't make sense to me. Didn't feel right, because I don't feel like we're at that point in the market yet. Yeah. And so anyway, so yeah, my researchers want to do a show on IDO, and IDO season is here, and blah blah blah. I said, no, guys, like this it doesn't make any sense. Like, we need to look into this. And so we didn't. And then the weekend came, and then everyone was talking about it still over the weekend and all this stuff. And then people kept saying, like, everywhere, hey, like, oh, did you hear about this thing? Did you hear about this thing? And then I was asking people, I said, do you guys know anybody who got into this IDO, right? And then they said, no. I said, do you know anybody that knows anybody that got into the IDO? No. Well, it's because no one did get into the IDO. So anyway, so last week, I found out, so last week, I guess there was like 20, I don't know exactly what happened that triggered everything off, but I think there was $20-30 million of sell pressure. And it turns out that there was just a lot of weird stuff that happened. And yes, so we did a Twitter space with Mario, and there was a lot of interesting things that got unfolded there, and we're gonna have to continue that because so there's a lot going on right now. Whether that's, you know, I'm curious to see if Satoshi VM team seemed nice, but when we asked the guy from the team the questions like who is the team, they didn't want to say who the team was. When we asked if we could see the code, they didn't want to show what you know, couldn't show us the code. And they're asking people to bridge Bitcoin over to their layer 2, but it's an anonymous team with no code. I'm frozen now, huh? Hold on.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm totally frozen. Oh, there we go. There you go. And so anyway, it just, I would just say that until we figure it out, but the point is that I think a lot of people, until I know more, I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but I do want to say that we just have had a huge inbound amount of interest for Paid Network to launch on Launchpad. So I've been very, very busy the past week, meaning that I haven't had as much time to participate in the shitcoin casino. So, which may have been a good thing, you know. And also, just I'm just waiting for the markets to come back, man. I don't really like to play too much when the markets are uncertain. You know, I like
they
upward momentum.
killed us. They killed us on Christmas Day. Everyone felt rich on Christmas Day. And then after that, they just started sending us the zero, basically. So it was a little bit torturous. But I'm looking at my poll, and 72% of the voters here want a 5-minute meme segment every day. Well, fuck me. We're going to get it. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to get some meme hunters here. There's some degens in my office, like proper degens here. So yeah, we'll hunt some meme coins for you guys, and we'll do a little segment, and maybe Uncle Kyle will come and visit a few times and, you know, spit some memes at us. I mean, you did call that whiff. You called that whiff hard. And you called that cock. Yeah, I've been good. I've been very good on the ones that, you know, I try not to get involved. Like if it is early, that I just do cautious early, but I did extremely well on Pepe, Bonk, and Whiff. As far as being able to enter and exit, extremely well. So, you know, look for growth, follow wallet growth, see if these things are, just follow the wallet growth, right? That's what to look for, to see if the wallet growth is exponential. A little tricky with the ones that do airdrops though, because they could be deceiving, right? You know, if they airdrop to 50,000 people, then all of a sudden it looks like there's a lot of wallet growth. But dog with cock. The next one. The next big thing. Okay, so, well, that's a good result. Okay, I mean, I like it that 72% want some memes and stuff. It will be fun. We'll find some cool shit. As long as you guys have an agreement with me and you understand. I personally hit maybe 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5 if I'm lucky. The rest send me to 0 fucking every time. Okay, so that's the hit rate. But I'm going to bring these shit coins from these degens, and we'll see what Kyle has as well. He can send me some too. And we can see what we can do. We can see what we can get, because you know, 5x, 10x, you know, cancels out a couple of zeros every now and again. So it could be fun. Okay, Kyle, I gotta go home. You gotta go to bed. That was fun as usual. Thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
You're so chill though. You're so calm, so relaxed. It's nice. Okay, guys, catch Kyle. Your Twitter handle. What's your Twitter handle? At
Kyle, KYLE_CHASSE. Same. YouTube also can find me the same, Kyle Chassé.
Right, I'm going to show you something fucking cool there. Okay, we're going to find you on Twitter now as well. Check at this. I've become like proper like Twitter now. Check at this picture of me.
Oh, sick. That's dope.
So guys, I've ramped up my Twitter. I had like no followers because I was never posting. Now I'm fucking posting setups. I'm posting funny videos. I'm posting cool shit on
Look
Twitter.
At you.
So Yeah, no, it's happening. Like it's blown up in like 2 weeks. So
Good
follow
job.
me on Twitter at the Lord
Do
of
it.
Entry. Let's
I'm gonna do it right
find Kyle here
At Lord.
at the Lord of Entry. It's all happening.
The
And,
Lord of Entry.
The Lord of Entry, because
Lord.
I'm good at getting entries. Did you see what I did there?
Entry.
Oh, look at, and we got a similar pose. I mean, you got your
where are
hand.
you
You look
from?
very fucking corporate here, though. Your hand on your chin. You look clever in this picture.
Sam
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You only got a few more followers than me, but yeah, we'll get there.
You'll get there. You got banter.
Yeah.
You got the banter,
Looking good.
fam.
Okay, shot. Kyle, we've totally overstayed my welcome, even in like banter terms. They told me I have to limit my shows to 45 minutes, so that went well. I'm definitely in trouble.
Get in trouble.
Okay, guys,
Thanks, Dylan.
later. Kyle, later. Thank you.
See you guys.
Cheers,
Bye bye.
everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Ciao.